All right, now, what can you say that hasn't already been said a million times about this song? It was a lot of fun to play. We couldn't really stop when we were recording it. That's why it went on for nearly 6 minutes. I believe we used take 16 or something like that. One of the greatest guitar solos ever recorded by Mr. Kossoff, and I still love playing it to this day. A classic. Fire and Water, yeah, the title track. I believe it was the first song we did for the album. Great groove, lovely solo from Koss, and they let me stretch out a little bit at the end with a drum solo. A lot of fun to do. And then Wilson Pickett covered it. That was lovely. Well done, Paul Rodgers. Heavy Load was a nice song, mainly piano driven, with Koss adding a small solo at the end. Personally, I think it should have been more like 50-50 piano guitar. And the use of a mellotron, that primitive string instrument back in the day. Lovely song, and one of my favorites of the band. Mr. Big, yeah, my goodness. This was an amazing song. Kind of hard for me to play at such a slow pace at the beginning, but when the bass solo kicked in, it really took off. And I think the album version was not quite as good as the live version, which was recorded a year later in Free Live, but one of the best songs we ever did. Oh I Wept was a lovely ballad written by Paul and Andy. I think it showed a tenderness that sort of belied their young years, really, and about love lost. Beautiful. Remember, do you remember? Nice funky song this was. A lovely heavy funky groove. I remember Andy and Paul playing this as a demo, and Andy had sort of played drums using cushions on the bed, and it was just so funky. Do you remember in the morning we would dress still yawning? Great line. I loved it.